Donkey of the day for Tuesday, February 18th goes to a 52-year-old man from Cedar Rapids named Robert Noyes. Black History Month is in full swing, people. And folks often say, why do we need a Black History Month? Well, it's for people to educate themselves on Black history, okay? The Black experience in America, our tragedies and triumphs, our ups, our downs. Some people choose to learn because they care. Some people choose not to learn because, well, they don't give a damn. And that's fine. But those are also the same people who, when the tragedies happen in the Black community that are usually linked to some type of racial injustice, in the words of the urban philosopher Doughboy from Boys in the Hood, either those people don't know, don't show, don't care about what's going on in the hood. Just replace the hood with the Black community as a whole, and you can understand the frustration some people feel when we are trying to explain racial injustice to white folks that just don't get it. Well, Robert Noyes felt that being it was Black History Month, it was his duty to teach. He took it upon himself to do some community outreach and take Black History Month in his own hands and personally teach a Caucasian about racism. Well, I know what you're saying. Charlemagne, why would you ever give a Black man Donkey of the Day for teaching a white woman or a white person about racism? Well, it's often not what you do, but how you do it. Let's go to WOR's Jim Bartlett for the report, please.
An African man named Robert Lee Noye was charged with first-degree harassment and false imprisonment after he kidnapped a white woman and forced her to watch the 9-hour slave documentary Roots so she could better understand racism. That's it. That's the tweet. According to police reports, when the woman tried to move, Noye threatened to kill her and spread her body parts, starting with her foot, across Interstate 380 on the way to Chicago. Roots, which first aired on American TV in 1977, follows the struggles of one African-American family told over several generations, starting with Kunta Kinte. When the white woman was asked, does she better understand racism after being kidnapped and forced to watch Roots, she replied, yes, after being kidnapped and forced to watch Roots by a Black man, I totally understand why some white people hate Black people. End quote.
You know, right is right, wrong is wrong, and this was wrong. As much as I want white people to have their eyes open about racism, as much as I want people to know and acknowledge racism, Robert, this is not the way. Okay, I don't want you to risk your freedom and put yourself in a bad situation trying to prove something to white people. You can't just go around kidnapping people, Robert. Okay, not to mention, if she wasn't racist, she definitely is now. In fact, she probably hates Negroes. See, we only feel the way we feel about people based on our experiences, the experiences we have with people. You can tell me anything about somebody, but until I experience it for myself, I don't really have a valid opinion on it. But in a society that is always trying to cast Black folks as the villain and blame us for everything that's wrong with society, always painting us to be the boogeyman, the star of the horror movie, Robert, you are doing us no favors by reinforcing some of these negative, false stereotypes, okay? I'm telling you, all right, we all, whether we want to or not, represent our communities. I say it all the time. When I come across white folks who happen to be white and they are extremely good people, I always say that white person restored my faith in white folks. I'm serious, especially in this era where the media is showing you all these bigots, all these racists. You see it on social media all the time. It just seems like racism is at an all-time high. So when I'm someplace like in my birthplace of Charleston, South Carolina, my hometown of Mounts Corner, and I meet, white people like my man John, who was a waiter in a spot I was at called Toast. When I was through eating, John walked over to my table and said, let me get y'all a plate. Y'all finished or y'all done? In reference to the Birdman interview. Just a cool-ass white person, okay? By the way, I run into cool-ass white people like that all the time. But if one of them kidnapped me, okay, and forced me to watch Roots and said, this is what we need to go back to. This is how we make America great again. Then just like that, I could resort back to not liking white people. So imagine how this white woman feels about, Black men, all because Robert Noyes wanted to host an unsolicited movie night. Some donkey of the days just sell themselves. Please give Robert Noyes the biggest hee-haw.
All right, Charlemagne, thank you for that donkey of the day.